What's up, everybody? Good evening, good evening, good evening. It's Random Dad with you again. And tonight we're going to be talking about the man, the myth, the independent card publisher, RRParks, also known as Richard Parks. I'm going to be discussing two of my favorite series that he's made over the last several years. So here we go, right? All right, so the cards that I first got hooked on when I started buying from him about, I guess it's been 3 years now, 2-3 years, something like that, whatever, were the Halloween cards. And what it is every Halloween, Richard puts out a set of Halloween cards, and here they are. And what they are their old, their vintage Halloween greeting cards, and you know they've been printed in trading card form. So each Halloween he puts out a set of Halloween cards, and they're really cool. Some are spooky, some are goofy. There is and this is series 1. They're not big series either, right? So you know, for I think like $6 a piece, $5-6 a piece, you get a series of cards. And on series 1, you got the history of Halloween from its Celtic origins all the way up to modern times. And then the following year, you had series 2 of the cards, again with the vintage Halloween greeting cards. So very cool stuff, man, silly stuff. And on the backs of these, you got shoot, the angle's off there. Here, let's try that. You got Build-A-Monster cards where you little puzzle cards where you could build the monsters and stuff. So, that was fun. And I believe actually the same year, Series 3 came out because the backs are the same kind of deal where you build the monster out of the trading cards. But once again, vintage Halloween, images. So you've got that, Series 3, Series 4. I think Series 4 is my favorite. Because the artwork on them has some of my favorite artwork of the Halloween series. But what was really cool about this set was you got Edgar Allan Poe's The Raven complete on the back, as well as artwork on the back having to do, I believe it was all Edgar Allan Poe artwork. Yeah, it was The Raven in like woodcuts and stuff on the back. So prints of woodcuts. So very cool right there. And then this year he released the biggest Halloween set of all on his Kickstarter deal. And I'll talk about his Kickstarters in a couple minutes. He's got some of the best Kickstarters in town, but I'm getting ahead of myself. So again, vintage, Halloween pictures from the, last 100 years or so, right? I mean, I think they're like from the 20s, 30s, somewhere in there, 40s, 50s, something like that. All right, so you've got that. I said 2 card sets. I'm actually going to be talking about 3 card series. Another one, so the Halloween ones were the ones that first got me hooked, and I was like, hey, this guy's cool, man. I'm going to have to get some stuff. And I've been getting some stuff ever since. As you'll see in the upcoming weeks, we're going to go over RRParks, more Monster Wax, Christopher Irving with the Drawn World. So here's another set he does. These are called Monster Choke and Gag. And so they're scenes, right? So they're actually 2 cards in one, right? If you were inclined to split this card in half, you would have 2 cards. I am not inclined to do so, right? So here you got Nosferatu, and it says, I'm going to suck your blood. Oh, wait, did I leave the light on in the garage? And they're just goofy, ridiculous. They're bad jokes, okay? So you get a monster picture from old monster movies and stuff, right? Black and whites. 2 cards per card, basically. So right side, upside down, right that. And this was Series 1. And then Series 2 followed the same format, and this time you got the green border there. Oh, this one's sweet here for the Brain That Wouldn't Die. I love that movie right there. Here, I'll get the joke up close in case you want to read it there. So these are Monster Choke and Gag, and every year at Halloween he's got a set of these 2. And you always want to catch Richard on a Kickstarter. I'll get to that shortly, right? So Series 2. When I bought Series 1 or 2, I forget which, but one of them came with this glow-in-the-dark golem card. So it's a glow-in-the-dark card. If I turned out the lights, his eyes would glow. So that's cool. He's got cool little gimmicky cards with his sets and whatnot. Here's Series 3 and 4, actually. These were like connected like 3 and 4 long, and I couldn't figure out a way to store them, like when they were just, 2 cards. So I did the unthinkable in some people's mind, and I broke all the cards up into the singles, and then put 2 per sleeve. So, but this is Series 3 and 4 right here. And it's, once again, it's just, whoa, 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 I just lost it all. No! Oh, well, that'll give me something to do later. I can reorganize that stack. But, so, vintage picture from a monster movie with a really chintzy gag on it. So, there you go. Sorry, it's backwards for me, so I can't read it. So, there you go. So, that's Monster Choke and Gag. And then another series that I really like, it's called Chronicles of the Grim Reaper. This one, the first series of it, it's an oversized card set, and this one came in a slip box, the Chronicles of the Grim Reaper. And this one was the artwork of Tom Rowlandson, Hans Holbein, Albrecht Dürer, and they're woodcuts and stuff. So on the fronts, you get this, you get picture of death, the shenanigans of death, the Chronicles of the Grim Reaper, as the title suggests. And this was my favorite series so far. There have been 3 series, but these oversized cards with this dynamite artwork by Tom Rowlandson was like, I think it's like from the 16th century or something. You go to his website, and you can read all about this stuff before you buy the cards. But so here we've got all these extremely old, hundreds of year old pictures. And then on the back, you've got, on the back of Series 1 was the actual Chronicle of the Grim Reaper about, like, the history of how he became, the image that we have of him with the hooded cloak and the scythe and all that stuff now. So that's cool. And then on the backs also you get other artwork from, artists from hundreds of years ago. So very cool on that as well. So Series 1 was an oversized set, which I really, really, really liked. And if you're into black humor, okay, black comedy, this is a set for you. If you don't find that kind of stuff funny, I don't recommend it. But if you're watching this video, you probably find that kind of stuff funny as well sometimes. I don't know. But, yeah, so there you go. That's Series 1. And then Series 2 was really cool because this series was actually 2 sets of cards, okay? And to be honest with you, I don't remember the artist who did these, but these cards were more the traditional size of cards, not oversized or anything. But what's awesome about it is that on the back, it's all in freaking old ancient German. So you can't read the backs unless you speak old German, or if you want to use Google Translate, which would take a while. But the front of the card has like the original version of the artwork, or the finished version, and then the back, it's like an alternate, right? So it's like the same artwork, but alternate versions of the artwork. So you got that right there. And then on the back, you've got a different version of it. And I can't tell you for sure if it's the same artist or if it's 2 different artists doing the same picture. But regardless, Series 2, you got an image on the front of the Grim Reaper and another image on the back of the Grim Reaper, and then a poem or something in German, if you can read it. Also, during that, okay, also as part of Series 2, you got like these mini cards, okay? They're like tobacco-sized cards. And 3 of them a piece, and actually they kind of match up with the oversized cards from Series 1. But these are like the Monster Choke and Gags and the size of them, right? So, and you flip it over on the back, and it tells you the character that is depicted on the front with the Grim Reaper there, okay? So this is a mini card set, and I found it helpful to put them in, the long sleeves here, so those store up nicely. But, yeah, they're really nice. They're black and white prints of woodcuts from several centuries ago. So if you're into, really morbid stuff, this is the way to go, man. He's got it down. And then this year, as part of his Halloween Kickstarter, getting to the Kickstarter pretty soon here, he did this artwork here. And this is just, the colors on this are really cool. So my lighting in here is not great. I apologize. But once again, this is in Dutch, okay? But, oh, here you go. The colors are showing up all right. So it's like gray and orangish color scheme on this. And once again, it's, the Grim Reaper. And so on the front, you get a picture and a little bit of a poem. And I actually did translate a lot of these because they were shorter than the other stuff. And then on the back, you've also got another picture of the Grim Reaper, another woodcut, along with a little ditty about the Grim Reaper and what he's up to. And some of them translate, pretty close, and others are like jumbled. It doesn't translate very well. I don't know if it's because the Dutch is so old or, what, but So very cool card sets from RRParks, Halloween. And he doesn't just do horror stuff. He does Three Stooges. He's working on Mystery Science Theater right now as I record this. Series 1 will be coming out anytime now, right? So let's talk about his Kickstarter. What you want to do with RRParks, go to his website. It's RRParks, P-A-R-K-S, cards, cards.com, all one word, right? And you go to the services page, and it's got all his card sets that he does. And you can buy anything he's made there. But if you follow him on Kickstarter, that's what you want to do. So this last October, I did the Halloween Kickstarter. Every Halloween he does a Kickstarter, and you get one series of Halloween cards, one series of Monster Choke and Gag, and one series of the Chronicles of the Grim Reaper. Well, this year he had those 3 series, and Richard is the master of the Kickstarter bonuses. Okay, there's going to be the bonuses listed if you've never done Kickstarter. You pledge an amount, and there's bonuses per amount. When I always try to get the biggest pledge because that's got the best bonuses, right? Honestly, he goes beyond what you would expect for the money that you spend, right? So this last October, I got Halloween, I got Monster Choke and Gag, I got Chronicles of the Grim Reaper, and he also did so he did a bonus set. I actually did 2 bonus sets, tell you the truth. And in fact, I forgot to grab it, but it's the cards. They came out in 1888. It's Duke's comic characters. They're like cigarette cards. So it was a reprint of that set because that set's like thousands of dollars and nobody can afford that. And normal people like you or I. So he did that, right? And the Kickstarter got funded so fast that he threw in a free set that he didn't tell anybody about. In fact, it came in a mystery wrapper. Okay, so here's the wrapper that it came in. Don't know what it is. You open it, and it is this sweet monster card set. And on the back is a puzzle. So you put all these cards together, and there's 2 puzzles in this set here. But so this was a completely free set that he just threw in because the Kickstarter did so well. And so you get stuff like that. But when Richard does a Kickstarter, the bonuses are just astronomical. So for this Kickstarter, this last Halloween, you got all the promo cards. So a lot of people love I love promo cards, but a lot of people just collect promo cards, which I think is weird. But you get promo cards. You get printing plates. I absolutely love printing plates. So printing plates are what are used to print the cards. So this is a magenta printing plate for the Chronicles of the Grim Reaper. This is a yellow printing plate for the Halloween set. Okay, and these are one of a kind, right? This is the actual printing plate that was used in the process of printing the entire series. So I've got that one. I've got a cayenne red one, I believe. Yeah, red for the Monster Choke and Gag series, and it's Santa Claus Meets the Martians, which is a great movie, right? I've got the Duke cards, the Duke comic characters, and they're actually not comic characters. It's a really weird set. It's just portraits, and some of them are goofy and some of them are weird, but they're all really well drawn. So that was a set. So I got him, and I got another printing plate. I don't know if that was a bonus printing plate or not, but Richard is big on just throwing in extra stuff, right? And there were 9 metal cards, right? So you got these cards, and here's the Duke set. So you got 3 for the Duke set. You got 3 for the Halloween set, and these are printed on metal. It's metal. It's a metal card, right? They have rounded corners so you don't hurt yourself, man. Don't want to get hurt, man. You got those metal cards. Chronicles of the Grim Reaper, a metal card set. They're beautiful metal cards, man. He threw in another thing, this Meet the Publishers pack, all right, in which you meet Richard himself. There he is. There he is. Huh? There's the dude who makes all these cards. And other publishers in the business who do their own card sets. Oh, we're going to get to Byron Winton one of these days because I got all his sets. Another awesome guy. The dudes from Attic Cards. And the guy from, I actually don't know this. I haven't bought from this guy, Retro Drive. Okay, I can't. Anyways, so this just other publishers, and then you get a little example of the art that they do. So that was another pack that he just threw in. You're just like, you open your box when you order from Richard on a Kickstarter. Oh, and it was full of Halloween candy. Yeah. There was Halloween candy and a little skeleton. He also threw in, because I've done other Kickstarters with him. He threw in a whole stack of Three Stooges, which I have up there. I forgot to grab those for this video. A whole stack of Three Stooges laugh cards, which are a lot like the Monster Choke and Gag, except they're Three Stooges. He threw in 2 Three Stooges cartoons DVDs. I mean, the man just goes overboard. Okay, so it's not like, you know, you're gonna spend the money, right? I mean, I think it was $100 this year, and I got all that stuff, all these card series, all these extras, all these one-of-a-kind things. And, you know, it's like, he doesn't just give you a card set. You say, oh, hey, yeah, you look through it once, you put it up on the shelf, and you're done. No. When you open his stuff, it's like opening like a big, its own comic convention, trading card convention in one box. So you want to catch RRParks on a Kickstarter campaign because he's the best. In fact, right now, while I'm talking, there's about 10 days left on his last Three Stooges campaign. So you should go to Kickstarter and check that out. Three Stooges comic book series trading cards. Go check that one out if you are into Three Stooges, if you're into trading cards, if you're into independent publishers, whatever. Anyways, again, these videos are running long, but if you're into cards, I hope you were into this video. And I'll be back next week with another trading card video, I think. I'm really feeling these. So, once again, it's RRParks. You know what? Forget that. I'll just put it down in the comments. You know, the name of his website. You can check it out there. So, there you go. Till we talk again, have yourselves a most excellent evening. And go get yourself some trading cards, man. They're awesome, baby. They're awesome. And remember, be a decent human, because we got enough dirtbags in this world. That's for sure. Lately.